First at 6, we're continuing to keep you up to date with the latest on Hermine. Across the east, preparations are underway and emergency plans are in place in case the worst case scenario happens. For what's happening in Carteret County, we go now to WNCT's Zora Stevenson, who is live in Atlantic Beach. And Zora, what's going on there?
Hermine is here right now, lots and lots of rain. And during our two previous shows, I was saying that the wind wasn't really an issue, but now it's definitely starting to pick up. I'm at Atlantic Beach, and for the most part, it's pretty clear. But we're gonna walk a little bit. You see these two people in the background, they were just in the water wakeboarding. Yes, I said it, wakeboarding. I think they're running back in right now. So some people out here braving the elements. Earlier today, I talked to a firefighter from New York City. He's visiting in town with his family, and he actually helped with some of the recovery efforts in Sandy a couple years ago, and he says so far he's not impressed with this storm.
This really doesn't compare to that, so you know, I might have a different view than some people, but I mean, I'm not gonna have my kids out here much longer, I'll say that, but I don't really think we've seen the worst of it yet.
Now, with that being said, Bishop says Mother Nature and these hurricanes and tropical storms, or whatever you want to call them, are nothing to play with. So definitely be safe. And that's what officials are saying as well. Made some calls, no damages or major flooding just yet. But they say all those people who want to know what this storm is going to bring, wait and watch from inside. Live in Atlantic Beach, Zora Stevenson, 9 on your side.
All right, thank you, Zora. Stay safe out there. And Onslow County Emergency Services Division's heads are on standby for whatever Hermine brings. So is the county's swift water rescue team and shelters in the event they're needed. Some county facilities will open tomorrow on modified schedules, including public libraries, the museum, and beach accesses. At North Thompson Beach, property owners are bracing for the storm too. Hermine is already having an impact there. WNCT's Elizabeth Tu has more on how they're faring.
Property owners I spoke with say while there's some concern about these strong winds and heavy rain, they feel well prepared to weather the storm. Few people are outside right now, preferring instead the sanctuary of their homes. The waves seem to be increasing in size and frequency since I've been out here. Many homeowners have tied down loose chairs, tables, and even some grills, but they mostly seem to be well prepared.
Oh, I've seen 4 or 5 at least, and then 20 years ago I saw 2 very big storms. I think one was called Fran, I don't remember the other name. That was in 1995. That totally decimated the island. Well, if it gets any worse, I'm gonna rate it in biblical proportion there. I'm gonna build an ark.
One of the biggest concerns around here right now are the flooded roads, making it difficult for drivers to get to their destinations. The worst of the flooding seems to be along the north end of the island, but so far no homes have been affected. Everyone here at North Topsail Beach is bunkering down, staying indoors, and most importantly, staying dry. At North Topsail Beach, Elizabeth Tu, 9 on your side.
Department of Transportation crews across the east are in full preparation mode. Workers checking over their equipment and other resources in case they're needed. Flooding across our area is a major concern and has Governor Pat McCrory warning drivers across the state to stay off roads with rising waters.
In Ocracoke Island, we've already evacuated that of all tourists. About 500 cars have been evacuated from that, but everyone else needs to stay still, stay in their house, and stay out of any low-lying areas. Right now, it's raining pretty hard from Raleigh east all the way to the coast. You know, just stay home or stay at work right now and stay off any wet roads, and especially areas where you could have flash floods.
Governor McCrory has declared a state of emergency for 33 eastern North Carolina counties. In Craven County tonight, we're following the latest on the effects Hermine is having there. WNCT's Allie Weatherton is going to join us now from New Bern with an update on the conditions there. Allie.
Ken, heavy rain continues to come down in historic New Bern, but that is not stopping people from grabbing their umbrella and heading to the shops and restaurants here in town. Now, officials say that they cleaned the culverts all day yesterday to prepare for this storm. As you can see, those culverts and drains are already overflowing. Emergency Services Director Stanley Kite says crews will monitor the flooding overnight, and they expect about 1 to 3 feet of water in places like Union Point Park. He says there's one thing he wants the community to do.
Stay in place and hunker down until this event passes. We're looking at conditions improving midday tomorrow for most of us. It's a short period of window if people will just be safe on their own, especially driving.
If you see standing water, he wants you to make sure to turn around and find another route. Now, the National Guard is right here in Craven County tonight. I'm told they will be here just in case there's any flooding concerns here or in Atlantic Beach. Live in New Bern, Allie Weatherton, 9 on your side.
All right, thank you, Allie. In Pitt County, Greenville utilities say crews are ready to go if there are any outages. Meanwhile, a general population shelter is open right now at Welcome Middle School for anyone who needs to evacuate. The shelter is in conjunction with social services and the American Red Cross. Anyone evacuating is reminded of what items they need to bring.
Some things that people can bring with them would be a change of clothes, some water, some snacks, and some things to do to keep them busy, like some books or some activities that they can do.
Pets are not allowed. Organizers plan to be there all night.
And schools across the east held early release today to prepare for Hermine. Pitt County Schools Communications Director Travis Lewis says they take these steps to ensure the safety of their students. Many students went on their normal bus routes while others were picked up by their family.
And after early school dismissal, many parents made a mad dash to the grocery store to stock up on food. The typical milk and bread are usually the first on the list. Also, snacks and bottles of water. The manager at Food Lion on Red Banks in Greenville says the store is stocked up on extra inventory to prepare for bad weather.
They have things ready for them just to grab, things that they won't have to keep on refrigeration for a long time. So the faster they come in and get them, the faster they'll be ready for them. We can have the shelf stocked for them.
Some other popular items on shopping lists: peanut butter and jelly.
To make sure they have what they need for their homes, shoppers also stopping by hardware stores for supplies. Lowe's on Memorial Drive in Greenville is seeing a steady flow of people throughout the day. Its manager says the hot item is a backup generator. However, people are also buying flashlights, tarps, raincoats, and more. Shoppers say they aren't taking any chances. Some shoppers also buying sandbags to create barriers for potential flooding.